is Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy, it's loud, it's hectic. We're in New York City, but I want you to listen to the No Holds Barred Network.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode number 12 of the All Elite podcast right here on the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all WWE, NXT, and All Elite coverage, and also UK wrestling coverage. You can all check that out on the network's Twitter page at NHB at Network on Twitter. God, sorry, my boom mic just went off there. Anyways, guys, you can follow the podcast itself on Twitter at All Elite Pod. You can follow myself at Real Kyle Masters, and you can follow my co-host at Loves to Dream 82 on Twitter. All links for you guys to follow are down in the description box below on the YouTube page. If you're listening to us on the go, make sure you go and check that out and hitting that subscribe button and that little bell icon for all upload updates. Like I said before, guys, I'm your host of the All Elite Podcast, Kyle Masters, and owner and CEO of the No Holds Barred Network. I'm always joined by my co-host, the beautiful Tiffany from That Ass Podcast, and now a current member of the No Holds Barred Network. And you can go follow her Twitter handle, Loves to Dream 82 again. So what's going on, Tiff? What's up?
I need a cup of coffee.
Are you tired?
Okay. Yes. Wait, wrong podcast. No, I'm tired, man. I don't know what it is today. It must be the weather. I'm telling you. So
it's fine here.
It's nice. I think it's just like the change that it's going like really freaking cold, and then it got warm yesterday, and I'm just
right. Sure.
My ass has been in the gym too.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. You guys are new to the show. Welcome to the All Elite Podcast, where myself and Tiffany let you guys in on the news and rumors surrounding All Elite Wrestling, and among other things on the show, we do also do Being the Elite reviews, which we will get to today. And we try to mainly have fan interactions with all of you out there, especially in the live chat. Right now, what's going on to everybody in the live chat. We also will do Twitter questions for you guys to answer, which we'll get to in the show as well, which is located on our Twitter page and pinned to it. So this week was a full year challenge update. We want to know what you guys out there, what's your update on the full year challenge with yourselves, and any general question if you guys want to ask us for the show at any time. Make sure you're using the hashtag AskAEP on Twitter, and we'll read them out on the show. And if you guys want to call in on the show anytime we are live, you can call in on the number down below if you're watching on YouTube, or at any time. There's no specific time, just call in whenever. Or if you're listening to us on the go and you want to call next time, join us on the live show on YouTube. Call us at 516-806-6035.
I was waiting for you to do that shit in New York accent.
We need to do like a 1-800 All Elite podcast. Nah, that wouldn't fit. That's too many numbers.
I don't know. Be elite? No, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
No, I don't want to get copyrighted. Well, I'm not getting a cease and desist over here. It's not happening.
Too sweet.
But yeah, you said you're tired. Me and Tiff are currently still on the Full Gear Challenge binge. I moved my cheat day from Tuesday to Monday yesterday. I couldn't help it. I had to move it. So today I went back to normal. Last night, oh man. So
it's rough.
I went over to my friend's house, and they didn't. I was expecting them, because they knew it was my cheat. I was moving my cheat day to today. So I was all good yesterday for work. Didn't do anything bad. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have a cheat snack for when I go over to my buddies to watch hockey games. So I went over to his house, and like, yeah, okay, let's go around the corner to the convenience store. It's 7-Eleven. I'm like, okay, I got to find something. I don't want to get, like, overload. I want to find one thing, and that's going to be my cheat snack. I chose, since it's in season, Cadbury mini eggs.
Oh, God.
So not the huge fucking mega pack people love to buy. I got the little tiny $1.50 pack.
How many did you eat?
I ate the whole pack. Dude, those things are like crack. That was it, though. I had a water with it, you know, Just didn't want to go too cheaty. It's just my cheat snack. Just a thing of mini eggs. And, oh, man. Not eating like shit after a long time and getting to a cheat meal, you're just like, it just tastes so much better. I didn't realize that because I've never done this before. So this was just insane.
Oh, it's funny because I actually went over to my friend Brad and Margaret's house on Saturday, and they know that I'm on the Full Gear Challenge. And Margaret's like, when you come over, she's like, Brad's gonna bust your chops with food. I'm like, oh god. So I made sure I was good most of the day, and then I'm like, I got into the house. I'm like, what are we ordering out? And he's like, pizza. He's like, I'm not eating sushi. I'm not having Chinese pizza. I'm like, oh god.
That's not fair.
Like,
that's not fair. Pizza's like the worst, man.
No. So like, all right. I was like, I could do this. Like, I'm told fat ass. I was like, I'm just gonna eat 2 slices because when we do New Japan and like or Ring of Honor or whatever we're watching, it's like pizza plus mozzarella sticks and then freaking what the hell is it, like cannolis or whatever.
For you guys don't know, it's if you didn't hear it properly, it's mozzarella sticks. She just has a weird way of saying it.
Like you, man.
It's not mozzarella. So don't go to the grocery store trying to look for mozzarella. It's mozzarella.
First of all, I'm Sicilian, so shut up. Second of all, I'm from New York, so I have to say it a different way. So anyway, but
is that how New York people say it? Mozzarella? Is that how they say it over there?
Like an Italian way. I mean, like that's
straight up Italian.
I was like raised. Like that's the way that I say it. So, and like I said, I'm Sicilian, so it's a little different anyway.
Okay.
But that's how I say it. So we just ordered pizza. And actually I messaged Kyle. He's like, I was only allowed to eat vegetables, but I was bad.
I was eat just the vegetables on the pizza. Don't eat anything else. Just pick them off.
When you go to Brad's house, you're not allowed to get vegetables. He doesn't like vegetables.
I'm not going to Brad's house. Sorry, Brad.
He ordered bacon and he ordered sausage. So I only had 2 slices of bacon, but let me tell you, like, honestly, I think it's because I've been so good, it really wasn't that good. Nothing like looking forward to having pizza and it's just not good. Not good. So, I mean,
gross that you used to actually eat and just force sometimes. When you try to have pizza the next morning and you microwave it. Microwave pizza is like schlop, which is gross.
Schlop. Yeah, I don't like the next day. Like, you can keep the pizza. I'm not eating next day. I want fresh New York pizza, okay?
I feel like that's a sin. You shouldn't be able to microwave pizza the next day. That's a sin. That should be like banned.
So mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
So yeah, that was my cheat day. So I'm kind of back on the grind. And actually, I know like me and Kyle are doing this, but when Kyle's here, we're on countdown. I'm counting down because I bought booze for me and Kyle, and I'm counting the day. And I promised that I wasn't gonna have any alcohol till then, and I promised I was gonna stay on this Full Gear Challenge. But that week, I guess all the weight that me and Kyle lost, we're probably gonna
gain back. Well, I'm gonna try. We're gonna try. You know what? Let's try. Let's make a promise right now. Let's try to be careful. Let's have a few cheat snacks. But I bet you know what we're gonna do, Tiff. When we're out, we're gonna find like a healthy place, and we're gonna pick it, and we're gonna eat there. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you've never heard of it before. We're gonna eat there. Okay. I'm gonna vlog us doing this.
Yet he wants me to make this trifle cake that I make. If you guys follow me on Twitter, like there's this like massive trifle cake that I do. It's chocolate cake with pudding and score bars and whipped.
Stop right now.
Just think, 23 days. Just think, 23.
I mean, Adam Page would love that. Just think, Adam Page would be all over it. I mean, we saw his Instagram stuff last week with the all the vegetables and the chicken and the rice, and then the can of Dunkin' cream at the end. What is he gonna like schlop that on his chicken? Some chocolate chicken.
Oh god! I can't. I'm afraid to freaking read the poem. I'm afraid to fucking read it because he'll just end the show and fire me. So I don't know if I can do it. I'm not
seeing the chat, so I'm not letting you do it because we're gonna move right into what I was just talking about, Hangman Page. And we got some more Hangman Page pictures for you guys on YouTube. We like to, because me and Tiff are on the Full Gear Challenge, we'd like to do a little feature. I guess we're going to make this a featurette, a Hangman featurette with all his tweets and stuff. So transition it now on the page for you guys. Starts off from the left with a tweet by Hangman Page. It's right now. Actually, I think it's still pinned to his profile. Hey, keep it up, guys. Only 75 days to go in this Full Gear Challenge. Hashtag Full Gear Challenge. Hashtag fit. Hashtag chicken fajita soup. Hashtag kayfabe glasses. So, and he's also got a Instagram post there. As you do the Full Gear Challenge, guys, please do not leave the weights on. Oh, I hate that. When you go up to a leg press machine and all the weights in the entire gym are sitting on the weight press machine, like, come on, guys. What are you doing? Just take them off.
Take it off. I can't.
You're in a gym. You can't be lazy in a gym.
I can't do that. Like, I cannot, like, forget it. Like, lifting all those damn weights. Like, my arms are sore still. So.
You can't be lazy in a gym. You're there to work out. I don't understand how you can be lazy in a gym.
Well,
doesn't make sense, right?
I mean, I have a friend.
You took all the time to put all the weights on it. Why can't you do it taking them off?
I have a friend that flips out with the gym. That
you're just gonna move to another machine and do the same thing, or if you move on to like a different rack, you're gonna do the same thing. Why not just take them all off?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't do that. So like, I have to take off all those weights. That's like stress right there for me. So. And
then we have a end off Instagram picture of a nice meal by Hangman Page. That looks freaking amazing. He puts, hey guys, it's Full Gear Friday. Remember, I guess that's a hashtag. We got to get on that. Remember to eat healthy this weekend and not just pizza and beer. Here's my favorite dinner tonight: grilled chicken and some vegetable things.
That looks good.
So I can see cucumbers to the right, I believe, or zucchini. I can't tell which one it is.
It looks like cucumbers with green peppers and mango?
Mango squash?
I don't know.
The chicken looks really good. Really nicely seasoned, too. And then sitting on top of a bed of lettuce, I guess.
Yum.
So I'm going to try to recreate that.
Yes, that sounds good. But make sure you follow us on our Instagram page as well, because we have been posting pics of our food. And
I'll transition that right in the screen for you guys right now. All our social media links are right there on the screen if you're watching live on YouTube. If you're listening to us on the go and you're listening to us on Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker Radio, and Stitcher Radio, All Elite Pod is located, All Elite Pod on Twitter. We are located on Twitter. We are located on Instagram, All Elite Pod. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. That is important. We post a lot on there. So make sure if you have Instagram, go give us a follow on there. And if you have Facebook and you're still into Facebook, I mean, a lot of people are getting rid of Facebook from what I'm hearing. So, but if you're still into the Facebook thing, we have a Facebook. We post on there. Not as much as Instagram, but we'll post on there. We might have to get into more of a Facebook thing. Might have to start up some more discussions to get rolling on there. All Elite Podcast on Facebook is where you can find us. And again, we are available also to listen to on Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, and Stitcher Radio. So yeah, make sure you're following us. Follow us. Give us a follow. You don't even have to tweet at us or anything. Just give us a follow. That's well appreciated right there.
Absolutely. Do you want to do, because we haven't just talking about the Full Gear Challenge, do you want to go over the tweets that, I mean, we had a couple of tweets for it.
Sure. Let's do it. So we asked you guys on Twitter, like I said, what is your updates on the Full Gear Challenge? And I'll quickly just go over mine. I'm down still full down to 3 pounds. Haven't lost any. I felt like I felt so bad last night when I ate the whole thing or the whole bag of mini egg. I'm like, here comes back the 3 pounds I just lost. So I did obviously felt like shit this morning, but you know, I'll burn it off when I play hockey tonight. So, I know. But yeah, I'm down a full 3 pounds, and literally the biggest difference I've noticed, Tiff, is when I wake up in the morning, I'm actually more energized. Like I don't get up groggy. I don't get up with this like heavy sensation, just like I don't want to do anything. The thing is, and again, like I say, it's water, guys. I drink a whole thing of this before I go to bed. When I wake up in the morning, like obviously, you know, you gotta pee, hand in hand. But like I just feel good. Like I feel ready to go, ready to start the day. Like it's insane. And I've started recently too, the last 2 days. Most important, I've read this and it's actually helped a lot. Guys, when you wake up in the morning, stretch. Even if it takes you like 10 minutes, a quick 10-minute stretch in the morning. That goes a long way as well. Just, you know, a couple of stuff, like you can do it on your bed if you really want to. I've been doing it on my bed. You know, like the downward dog shit and, you know, just stretching all your limbs and stuff. Get up, do like arm stretches. Man, that helps a lot as well. So that's what the biggest difference I've noticed. Not even the weight loss there, Tiff, because obviously when you lose weight, you don't notice it. People do, but I haven't seen shit. My scale says 3 pounds. I haven't seen shit. But I actually feel more energized. That's the thing I notice the most.
That's good. I'm still down 3 pounds, which is good. And it's like frustrating as shit. And I gotta be more careful with me doing full gear challenge because I have a nerve condition. So I gotta be very careful of what I do because can't trigger things off or whatever. But what I've been noticing is my clothes. My clothes are changed. I've noticed actually it's never, females is always worse or whatever like that. You never lose it where you want to freaking lose it. You lose the things you don't want to lose. So, but I've been noticing my back has been different. And actually, I was telling Kyle
you told
yesterday,
me like
my pants are like.
Yeah, and you also said like you can fit. You said you're down to a medium now. Like you can fit into a medium.
Well, the thing is, like clothes are just all different.
Yeah.
So, but actually, I went to the store the other day and I went to go try a shirt on, and it was huge in the back. It was a large. It was huge. I'm like, what? And then I went back outside, got a medium, and it was like perfect. And I was like, I don't even remember the last. I must have been, but that's the thing. I'm very big, and like I don't understand how I'm a medium. So I think it's how my body's structured.
Yeah, and I was telling you that's the problem with me too, because from like my chest down, I'm a large. From my chest up, I'm an extra large because I'm built. You guys can see on camera. I'm built with broad shoulders, like really big broad shoulders, and that sucks because that's not even just that's not fat. That's literally just my bones, huge up in my shoulder region, and like my chest. When I played high school football, chest was like a big thing for me, and I didn't work out properly. I disproportioned my body, so I ended up being with a big chest, and that's kind of fucked me over now in the future. But like this shirt right now is a large, believe it or not. This is the only large shirt I think I own that actually fits me just right.
Just cut it shirts too.
Yeah,
that's the thing that I noticed. Like, so I still have like I'm really like a large, but depending on like the company of the clothes and stuff like that, like because I think like the women's like WWE shirts, I have to go into a 2X. They make them so tiny.
No,
but
yet WWE uses that like certain cotton that's like shrinkable cotton, and like you always have to. I remember with Cappy. Our buddy Cappy, he always has to order a size up when he orders anything from WWE Shop because he knows like it's always going to come way too small. It's always a size down. So if you guys are new to ordering a WWE Shop, doesn't matter what size you are, you have to order a size up because it'll be too small.
Yeah.
Unless you're gifted with the perfect body and you're like you have like a Finn Balor or Ricochet type of body, and fuck you. But no.
I'll give a shit. I'm hot as fuck. So fuck you guys. So there you go. But anyway, let's go to the tweet.
Apologize to any new listeners. This is explicit.
Apologies.
Is it explicit content on this podcast? Do apologize. Hey, it's flagged on the other thing, so it's okay.
Sorry. Okay, so our first tweet is from Craig. It's going well, as I'm limited to what I can do at the moment due to 1,001 injuries. Have tweeted much about, but have been enjoying everyone's progress and how well everyone is doing. Keep up the good work, guys. But I'm also training to fight the bear.
Oh, and then another shot. I wonder if the bear's still listening, man. He's getting shots everywhere. But guys, if you don't know, Craig actually runs a UK-based show on the network, which he'll be actually going live tonight or in a little bit shortly after this one. So if you guys want to tune into a show and you're into that UK wrestling and goes over NXT UK, go check it out. He'll be live on Spreaker. It'll be down the link on YouTube. If you're all listening to us on the go in a future time, if you guys want to go back and listen to it, Spreaker.com/NHBWP is where you can check that out. Or you can, if you're tuning in right now, you can tune in live. He'll be live shortly after the show on Spreaker, doing his show Near Fall News UK. But Craig, that's great, man. It sucks about the injuries. I've dealt with sports injuries in the past. It really limits to what you can actually do in the recovery process. So I feel you there, bud. But I'm glad you're in on this challenge with us. So good for you.
Yes. Just watch what you eat. That's the best that I can do. And definitely
literally count your calories. Like that's been the biggest thing as well. Like I downloaded a calorie counter on my phone. Like it literally helps so much.
Yeah, I've been using that as well. I gotta update it.
Because like when you think you've had a lot of calories and your phone's telling you have, that tells you like stop, and that's like gets imprinted in my brain. Like when I try to, I'm like, hey, I feel like a snack, and I'm like, oh wait, my calorie counter says I can only have this much left today. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, and it's nice too because that one that you told me about also tells you like about the sodium and if you had too much and stuff, which is great. So and
you're lacking in like vitamin C. Yeah, like I think it was my second day on this challenge. I was lacking in vitamin C, so I made sure I had to go get an orange or something to raise that up. So, really cool app. It's the MyFitnessPal app. It's on Android and Apple devices. It's on all the app stores. It's free to download. You guys can download, or you guys can give, you guys can subscribe to it. There's like a premium access, but you really don't need it. So we should get sponsored. Screw that. You know, I'm gonna reach out to them. Maybe we can get sponsored by MyFitnessPal.
There you go. Join us.
Speaking of, just gonna quickly put a divot here until we get to more tweets. Sorry guys, totally forgot about this. We have a store. You know, if you're a big fan of the podcast and you know you want to contribute, but nothing. We don't make barely any money off this. We just felt like doing it and giving you guys something if you want. There'll be more stuff added to it in the future, but we have a store, the official AEP store on Teesprings / All Elite Podcast store with dashes in between All Elite Podcast and store. A bunch of shirts on there. Me and Tiff actually ordered the T-shirts, as you can see there on the screen. Mine is on the way to Tiff right now. I really wanted the sweater, but I think I'll order a sweater at a later time. There's also some fancy items on there that Teesprings provides for you, like coffee cups and phone cases. I'm not telling you guys to go buy that. It was just an option. I'm like, that's pretty cool, whatever. But in the future, we'll be putting really cool T-shirt designs when we come up with stuff, and it'll be all posted on here. So for now, here is the beta version, I guess, of the AEP official store.
Yes, we'll be rocking our shirts probably the day of NXT. So.
For sure, NXT. I don't know. I might rock. I'm not gonna rock it all weekend because you know that's gross.
No, I'm not rocking all. Ew. No. Ew.
Ew. No. I wish I would. But you know, one thing I wish I was rocking it at, Tiff, is Double or Nothing. God, I wish I was going. It looks like a good event. Sorry, I had to do it, guys. Anytime we mention it, I'm gonna have to do it in the show.
We should buy the raffle. That's what would probably frickin' happen. We'd buy
I've seen that on Pro Wrestling Tees. I'm like, what is that?
And then we'd have to figure a way to go to frickin' Vegas.
What is that raffle? I didn't look into it. What is that?
Okay, so it's like you buy $1 raffle and they throw you in. They'll pick whoever wins, and then you get like front row seats to Double or Nothing.
What?
It's just 2 tickets. That's what
okay.
Like,
so
if you buy them, we'd win, and then we have to scrape up money to go to Vegas.
To find, yeah. So it's basically, yeah, it's like the Jericho cruise. You pay to get on, but you also have to find your way there.
Yeah.
So if we won these tickets to Double or Nothing, we also got to find our way there. And
right.
I mean, it's not bad. You're only paying for but you also got to think about hotel stay.
Right.
It's cool. It's not bad.
I think
it's pretty cool.
I don't know. I'm starting to think about because you were talking about it last episode about Chicago with All Out. So I don't know. I think we should try to make it to that one.
I'm down. I mean, I'm already going to Chicago in November for Survivor Series. I'm going to be completing the Big Four in 1 year this year, so it's going to be nice. Well, not Mania exactly, because I went there last year, and I'm just going to Tiff's and doing everything else but Mania. Speaking of that raffle, though, it's located on ProWrestlingTees.com. Guys, they specialize in all your All Elite Wrestling merchandise. Look at that, and I've updated it. I finally updated with all the new shirts. They're all on there. All the sweaters are on there. Tiff's sweater is on there. And all the hats are on there. The backpack, the new backpack. They have a backpack. All Elite Wrestling. Bernard the Bear's T-shirts on there. He was a special guest in episode 3 of this podcast. And you got all the other shirts there. I love Britt Baker's "The Doctor Will See You" shirt. I freaking love that T-shirt. Sweet.
I need the Young Bucks shirt. I got the Young Bucks leggings now.
Now you need the shirt to match it.
Now I need the shirt.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see in the wrestling store if they're selling them.
Also, we can visit this place if we go to Chicago because we can actually go right to the store itself.
Ooh, this might be something that I might scratch come into Canada in August, and I might save up for Chicago.
I mean, for you, I wouldn't like if you want to come to SummerSlam, by all means do. But like, it's nothing else is going to be really going on besides SummerSlam. It's cool this year though. Not for SummerSlam, Survivor Series, what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time Survivor Series comes around, it's cool because SmackDown's going to be moved. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be Friday SmackDown, Saturday NXT, Sunday Survivor Series, Monday Raw. So it's literally a whole weekend now. That's
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I don't know. Me and Phil might do SmackDown. If it does get better, me and Phil, my buddy Phil, are thinking about doing SmackDown. So
we'll see. We'll see. It's in the talks, so whatever.
In the talks.
Yeah, it's in talks. Yeah. It's in the talks because that actually SummerSlam weekend is my birthday. So.
Oh man,
I might not. Right. I don't know. like I said, like I wanted to come up to visit, but like I don't know, I'm starting to really think more about AEW than SummerSlam weekend, to be honest with you.
And you have to think about it like this: Toronto is like not as busy as New York, but it's like our Canadian New York. Like it's gonna be jam packed down here, and getting around and stuff is so difficult. Trust me, I know. I've been to Toronto a million times. Now there's like one of the wrestling big fours is coming here. It's gonna be nuts. Like me and Cappy are looking at Airbnb, but we have to go outside the city to get one. So
I just want to come up for the damn poutine. Just saying, but you know,
come Niagara Falls for that.
I know. We'll see. We'll be in talks of that. So guys, keep you know.
So sorry for the big divot, guys,
Okay.
but let's get back into the Full Gear Challenge fan tweets. You guys.
Okay. Jay Walker said, "Lost 10 pounds, gaining size and definition where I need it. Life changing, and I'm in great mindset." So that is amazing. So damn, I wish I lost 10 pounds. All right.
That's cool. Oh, and that's what I meant to do. I do apologize, guys, if you're watching live on YouTube. I meant to crop these tweets so you guys can get featured in the show. So I will do it next time. Even if you tweeted in this today, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make it maybe like a featured thing on the show and keep it going until Full Gear is over. If you guys want to tweet us your Full Gear update by the next show, we'll feature it on the screen as well on YouTube. Just so we can give you guys our update. We want to know about you guys. But Jay, awesome, man. 10 pounds, man. That's huge. So good for you, man. And keep going, man. If it feels like you've done enough, just keep going. We have to stay with this Full Gear with Adam Page. We continue until he's done. So
we're gonna do. We're gonna do it.
So good for you, man. That's awesome, man. Great stuff.
Datilia, she said, "I feel great. I've lost weight. My clothes fit better. I have a lot more energy. It means the world to me that I'm not on this alone. Thanks for the support." Smiley face and heart.
Oh, you're welcome, Natila. Thanks for joining in with us, man. I'm glad. I've seen your posts a couple of times with you in the gym, man. That's awesome stuff. Just keep going. Like I know some days it's really, really hard. Like temptations will get at you. Like I tweeted the other day, and it happened to me. I went to go get my morning coffee, and they tried to give me a free promotional donut. I'm like, oh, why would they do that? I'm like, they knew it. It's like they knew. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, they fucking knew I'm on this challenge. They know I'm on this goddamn challenge.
That happened to me
I'm
even
like,
the other day.
No, thank you. I'll pass. And in my head, I'm like, God damn, I wish I could say yes. But that's awesome, Natila. Good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah, I was talking to the guy at the juice bar the other day. I was like, "I'm on this Full Gear challenge." He's like, "Good for you," and then we just started having a whole conversation. So it's great. You don't realize like a lot of people are on this. I know Monster in the chat was telling me earlier she's not pushing through the whole Full Gear challenge, but she gave up soda and she told me that she started noticing that she started losing weight. So yes,
she gave up pop.
She gave up pop.
Pop.
Soda.
The Canadian way. Pop.
It's just a soda. And I just wanted to shout out Hangman Page fan. He's been in the hospital with pneumonia.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
lost
I've
like
seen that.
pounds. So
not losing it the right way, but please get better.
Yeah, wishes to you. Like, just get better soon. So, but yeah, that's yeah. I think that's it for that. Yep, that's it for those fan tweets. Let us know. Keep tweeting us. Let us know your updates. We'd love to know. So, so where you want to go into?
I thought I had something else to say about the Full Gear, and I don't remember now. But I'll get to it if it comes back to me. You know, if it's not, obviously it's not important if I can't remember it. I do want to go over one thing before we move on. So we will get to the Being the Elite review. But beforehand, guys, if you didn't know, and they've shortly advertised it last week, I'll transition it for you guys on the screen. There's another event right after Double or Nothing, and that is Fight for the Fallen on July 13th. And it'll be at the Daly's Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville, Florida. That's a sweet-looking logo. I love it. So that'll be the next event. It'll be a charity event as well. So that's another huge thing in AEW, and I love that they always do, and love that they are continuing to do, is do a lot of charity work as well and include it in their wrestling events. So the reason I bring this up, too, is obviously to keep you guys updated, but I have a little mini fantasy card here about what I'd like to see at Fight for the Fallen. Now, some of them you might agree, some of them might not agree. Some of them actually make sense, I think. And especially because of this being the Elite episode, the one match in here actually makes a crazy amount of sense. So I'll get into it now. So the first match I have written down here, and it's rumor-based type of this match. And that's only if if you can see behind me, Mr. Styles there, who is the heading for this show, which we'll get into in the news and rumors. If AJ Styles and the club, who are actually leaving the WWE, that's confirmed that they are not re-signing. If they come over to AEW, even if it's just for a one-off match, I hope it's Fight for the Fallen. I have AJ Styles and the club versus Jericho and the Young Bucks.
Ooh.
So we had Jericho team up with the Young Bucks. Remember him in the is it Alpha and the Bucks or whatever he called it?
Yeah.
There was like a T-shirt, right?
Yeah, I remember. I just saw it at Hot Topic the other day. That shirt.
Mm-hmm. So I have them teaming up again to face AJ Styles and the club. So a big Bullet Club reunion type of thing here. Jericho teaming up with the Bucks and kind of like a WWE thing with AJ Styles and Jericho. So I think that would be a really cool headlining match and to get people's eyes and more eyes on Fight for the Fallen too. You guys let me know what you guys think out there. Second one is another rumor-based type of match. And I don't know, because it's tough with Ambrose because of... Okay, they keep mentioning it. They're mentioning it hardcore on TV. If it ever be to do that, something like that, you know, you can see two sides of the fence here. They could be doing it to be storyline-wise where they, you know, maybe after his contract ends, they keep him out for a month and have him come back in a storyline. Or maybe he's actually leaving. So this match has to do with if he's actually leaving. He's going to come to AEW. Dean Ambrose versus Hangman Page.
Oh, man.
So I think that'd be a pretty sweet match. You can have like Dean Ambrose obviously be the heel here, make fun of Hangman Page's Full Gear Challenge. You know.
Oh my God! Book Kyle for creative.
I think Ambrose would be a sick heel here. So I think, and Hangman Page, obviously the babyface now, especially what he's doing with the Full Gear Challenge and, you know, all the stuff with being the Elite and the whole thing with Pac. Pac obviously like the mega heel. You keep Page as a heel or a babyface and have him face Dean Ambrose. That'd be a pretty cool match. Next, speaking of Pac, I think we need to see an Omega and Pac match.
Yeah.
Storyline wise, it sucks because it doesn't really make sense. I've read a lot of people think that.
Well, what happens if he took the title at Double or Nothing and then defends it?
Yeah. See, I've read people actually put Omega versus Nakazawa. He brought Nakazawa. I'm like, okay, kind of makes sense. Like they brought Nakazawa in on purpose to Omega to fight him. And I'm like, but I mean, it's funny. It could work, but I'd rather see an Omega Pac match. That'd be insane. I think it's something we need to see. And especially now that Omega is not going to be doing anything in New Japan anymore. I don't think. I think we need to see Omega and Pac in AEW for sure. That'd be dope. So Fight for the Fallen, Omega and Pac.
Can I throw in a match in here?
Sure.
Or maybe it's on your list or whatever. I don't know. Maybe.
It might be. So wait for my list to be done, then you can throw yours in.
No, because I want to see if it's on your list. So
That's what I mean. So if I say, you tell me if that was on your list.
All right.
All right, because my next one, it probably is it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Cody Rhodes versus MJF.
No.
And it's that ties into what we just seen on Being the Elite this week.
I know. I was going to say MJF versus Marty Scurll.
Yeah. I'm just going by that one, Cody Rhodes and MJF, just by what we've seen on Being the Elite this week. And they keep featuring those two together for some reason.
Yeah.
So I would put Cody versus MJF. I think by that time, maybe something happens in Being the Elite that triggers something. Then, you know, they have to fight each other at Fight for the Fallen. So I would do that. Marty Scurll and MJF, pretty cool too. I'd like to see that. I have a women's battle royal because I can't really pick a type of women's match, but I think in the battle royal, the last two people are going to be the new signee, Bea Priestley and Britt Baker. And Britt Baker.
Okay.
Or maybe the final three, you could add Kylie Ray in there.
Cupid Girl said in the chat, and I was thinking it all. Yeah.
I'm sorry, You said what now? You went bleh, you went all computerized there.
Your internet. Brandy versus MJF.
Hey, it says mine's good.
I'm good.
Oh yeah?
It's type.
Want to fight?
God. Here we go.
Won't fight. Let's fight about it. Okay.
We're
Anyway.
gonna fight. Okay, we're continuing this feud of me and Kyle. So
Maybe like the
ladder
fight,
match.
or maybe like a final 3 of Kylie Ray. But what did you say you added? What was the match you said that the chat said?
The girl said Brandy versus MJF.
Woman versus man match. I don't know if they're ready to break that barrier yet. We'll have to see.
Fandom says Sammy Guevara versus Jericho.
I can see that. That'd be a total egotistic match. That would be like 2 massive egos going at it hardcore. That'd be cool. I'd love to see that. Good pick, fandom. I have also don't know who because I really don't follow it, but an OEW showcase match because you know they're doing a lot of stuff with OEW. You can add one in there, and then I have a weird type of match. This is weird. This is where I think people are not going to agree with me. So I got Trent Beretta and Chucky T versus Felix and Pentagon. I don't want to stack this card too much. You can't look at this like a WrestleMania and have WrestleMania type matches all over the goddamn card because you know there's gonna be some undercard stuff, and I feel like that's a little bit. You have main event status people there and Beretta and Chucky T. But the 8th match, or is either that match or another match I couldn't figure out, was SCU versus someone. I can't pick anybody. I can't think of anyone who would go up against all 3 members of SCU.
I love SCU.
Right? Or I had in brackets under Trent Beretta and Chucky T 2 members of SCU versus Felix and Pentagon.
That would be good. I'd be down for that.
So that's all I have written for Fight for the Fallen so far. That's like my fantasy card.
All right. So maybe we'll clip this and we'll save this for when we get closer to that. So we'll see if your predictions, your fantasy.
My one prediction is gonna come true. I'm telling you, Marty Scurll and Cody are fighting each other, guys.
Yeah, I'm on the trade. I'm on the trade. I agree with Kyle on this one. So I don't care what anybody says.
So that's what I had for Fight for the Fallen.
Keep a girl said his friend should not be fed to the Lucha Brothers.
Sorry. It's something that I could see AEW doing, something like that. But anyways.
Wait, did you go into Road to Double or Nothing before we go into the Being the Elite?
No, don't hate me.
Oh God, Kyle.
I didn't watch it.
Kyle!
So, hey, you're a host. You can lead through this. Come on.
All right.
It was International Women's Day the other day. You are a strong, independent woman. You can do this.
Independent woman.
So I'm going to let you take the reins here, and I'll give my inputs. I'll be the co-host here.
I feel stressed just like talking about this. So, it was really like a short video. It was only like 6 minutes where they opened up that Cody Rhodes was sitting. They were watching, what's his name, Ace Romero. He was throwing somebody out of the ring, and they were talking about having him onto the Battle Royal. So then they called up Chris Hamilton, and they were talking about the money, about pyro and, adding people. So it looks like Ace Romero is definitely going to be in the Battle Royal. So I like to say Royale. So then we went into a little bit of, was it Dana Messi? She's the secret weapon to the Young Bucks, and the chief merchant officer. So pretty much that she makes all the T-shirts of whatever the wrestlers want, and they showed some shirts that was done. Let's see. And then they went into a little bit of Matt and Nick talking about the past, which we saw a little bit in Being the Elite as well.
Yeah, that.
They were showing like back. Stuff from the past when they were kids, and that the dad built them the ring, and but now like they haven't been wrestling, that they've been pretty much home, that they're a little worried that they're going to be rusty, but they know within like a minute that they're going to get into the ring with Lucha Brothers, that it's just going to come all back. But the best was the last part of it was Cody Rhodes was where was he? He was in the Chip Smith Performance Center, healing up 3 weeks after post-op. getting all ready,
Ooh.
and pretty much MJF said he wouldn't be getting in the ring if he was him. And he's like, fuck, like pretty much, and walked away. So everybody's telling Cody like he shouldn't be, getting ready for this match. This match against Marty.
Or Dustin Rhodes. It's a freaking SpongeBob meme. Dustin Rhodes.
Jeez. Yeah, so that was it. It was a very long video.
And I'm telling you, people out there, if you guys want to be the ones to say I told you it was Dustin Rhodes, and if it actually is, do it. Please do it. I'm welcoming all that. But if it is Marty Scurll, you can best assure that I'll be the first one on Twitter to freaking say told you so. Just saying.
He will. He will rub it in your face. Okay?
Put some salt in the wound.
No, you gotta say it right. Salt.
Some
like
salt.
SWLT. Salt.
Oh, salt. My bad. I apologize.
I gotta teach him the New York way, okay? Some salt.
Yes.
Wound. Anyway, so that was it for that. We can go into the Elite episode.
Elite. I gotta get the theme play while we're starting the intro for that. Yeah. Fandom just put in a chat, Marty's pop moments is a must. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh my god. I will.
You know what'd be cool? If he came down to the ring, Shawn Michaels WrestleMania style, and then he's holding the umbrella. Like just across, just from the Raptors all the way down, just with his umbrella.
Maybe
that'd be fantastic.
Like Final Battle, like 2 years ago, where the lights went out and he just appeared in the ring.
Yeah, that's why I really do think we're not going to know until Double or Nothing. Like until the match starts and then we hear the entrance, that's when we're going to know who it is. I really think they're going to keep that a secret. And that's good. That's a really good idea. I really hope they do.
I like this. So you've got something to be excited about. Like we're dying to know, but we're not going to know. So I'm buying Kyle earplugs for G1 because when Marty Scurll comes out, he will go deaf.
I don't need earplugs.
I will get him some earplugs.
I don't need earplugs. Okay. It's gonna be an elite. Yeah. And Michael Nakazawa. Michael Nakazawa. That's how we started it. Just Matt Jackson just random places going Michael Nakazawa. And the biggest thing out of that big intro was the biggest shot at Ronda Rousey's breaking quote unquote kayfabe video. Literally, I think Matt was wearing eyeliner. To be fair here, it kind of looked like he was wearing eyeliner here, and they literally recreated the same thing with the girl doing his hair in the back, and the one girl giving her the water bottle and goes, "Fucking Michael Nakazawa."
I saw like the meme was going all over the place, but yeah, that's Matt's wife. That's Mrs. Matt.
Mrs. Matt.
That's her name on Twitter, Mrs. Matt.
Mrs. Matt. That was great. I found that hilarious. That was the best part of the whole goddamn show, to be honest. We got the cool new intro with the 8-bit stuff, really cool. I moved into Sammy Guevara with all the other wrestlers outside, and biggest thing here was they keep featuring this cake. This cake has become like a staple in the last couple episodes, and now we had someone eating the cake, and the guy's like, "Oh, is that my cake?" Yeah.
Oh, hi, Duff.
But I love when Sammy Guevara threw shade that one round. He's like, "Oh, I didn't see your match, but I heard it. It sounded good." He's like, "I was over here. It sounded pretty good." And the guy's like, "Oh, okay." Even though because he watched all the other guys' matches, he's like, to that last guy. I'm sorry if I don't know the names, guys. I guess I'm a newbie into the indie scene. Like I know a lot, but I don't know a lot. Like I'm not fully detailed into it. Like while I was watching WWE for years, I was also tuning into like New Japan here and there and Ring of Honor. Just when there'd be murmurs of some guy coming over to WWE, I would kind of watch and see what they're all about. So I apologize if I don't know all the names, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better. That's why I have a co-host here who kind of knows too. So
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same spot as him. So, but I'm getting more into the indies now. Like more deeper into it, so we will get better as we go.
Sammy Guevara's young, right? This guy looks like he's young, like early mid late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a young cat, so I think he's got a big future in AEW if that they choose to keep him around. We had
Did you see on Sammy's Twitter that he did the Full Gear Challenge? That he did like a backflip and then he went.
I think I've seen that. I think I quickly seen something.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like, and then everybody was like retweeting it, saying like, "Holy crap!" Like,
Show off.
pretty much. Go ahead.
I love the next thing with SCU cutting a promo in that like zoo house in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Just cutting a whole promo.
Kangaroo?
This is the worst town.
I need an SCU shirt. Seriously. Anyway.
These guys are hilarious, man. Just cutting that whole promo inside the zoo.
I love when Christopher Daniels turned around and goes, "Eat a dick."
Like, this was perfect. Like, this is the best part that I've seen in the last couple of weeks of Being Elite from SCU. Like, this was priceless. So that was a pretty cool part of Being Elite this week. Then when we were talking about it just recently, Young Bucks were watching some old footage of them and like really, really old backyard wrestling footage of them doing like all these crazy ass stunts and moves. So you had the outro theme playing as well. And then we had MJF inside Cody Rhodes' house. I wonder why I picked that fantasy match. Because they keep featuring MJF with Cody. Something's got to give here. And I don't think... A lot of people are trying to say, too, that maybe it's Cody versus MJF at Double or Nothing. I don't think it's something like that. At least I don't think so. That could be it, too. Maybe we're all getting swerved. Wait, isn't MJF facing someone at Double or Nothing? Is he not?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well,
yet.
That's something we could consider there. So he's in Cody Rhodes' house having dinner with Brandy and throwing the biggest shade imaginable at Brandy. He's basically calling her a gold digger and says, the weird thing is about gold diggers, I thought they're supposed to be attractive.
Right.
And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, how can you not say Brandy Rhodes is absolutely gorgeous. So that was funny, the funny bit. But literally, if anyone actually thinks that she's not, then you're literally, I don't know what you're smoking. But unfortunately, I only got that much out of it. I didn't see the rest, so I don't know if there was anything else that happened after that.
Okay, so but you forgot also like Kenny Omega in the beginning that he was talking to Matt on the huge.
Oh yeah, I forgot to write that down. Yeah.
Say
his massive phone.
This huge sighting. Like, and Matt's like, yeah, like, so that.
No, not that guy. It's Nakazawa.
Yeah.
and he was asking, and when he says not that guy,
yeah,
everyone's thinking it's Ibushi because of the Golden Lovers. So
right. Too funny. Yeah. So what else? We got into Flip Gordon made an appearance.
Yeah, with the SCU. There was the SCU autograph session and merch stand, and Joey Ryan went up to them, asking, Cody. I know we're all the way in Australia. The Cody Young Bucks here, and they got pissed off at him. And then we have a Flip Gordon sighting, so we got more than a quick 2-second clip. And basically, Joey Ryan went up to him and asking him the same thing. Then Flip Gordon flips, on, God. Pun intended, on Joey Ryan.
I like when he was like the end of when what was it? MJF's called him the NWO Flip Gordon, or I was like, wow,
shade. And then Joey Ryan and I don't know, I forget who that guy's name was.
But that fat massa saved him?
And then he says something in Japanese, and then the really quick subheading says, "Where's that blonde girl you were with?" And then this referring to Candice LeRae. So that was pretty funny. And then we get the Young Bucks in their little, I guess their closet.
Yeah. Like, well, they were showing all the bells.
Yeah.
And
packing. But they're packing their ring gear, and then they're off, and we don't know where they're going.
And then they had their he put down the passport. So it's not going to be in the States. So Japan.
Ooh, I wonder.
Canada? Canada. Have some poutine.
Or maybe Mexico, maybe AAA, maybe Pentagon and Phoenix are going to be on some sort of AAA event, and then they're going to show up and attack them again. Because remember, in Chicago, they said, "I know your schedule. See you around." So maybe that's it. Maybe they're going to Mexico. It's my guess.
I guess we'll see it the next episode. So.
B. Elite. D. Elite.
I saw a lot of tweets going out about WrestleMania week asking the Young Bucks if they're going to be in New York. And then I think it was Matt that retweeted it and said, no, you know, like, I'm going to make this clear, like, we're not going to be in New York. But then I saw somebody post something, yeah, not New York, but Jersey.
Why would they need a passport? Oh, I mean, you need a passport to fly,
I'm just
right?
saying, I'm not talking about being the elite.
Okay.
I'm just talking in general or whatever right now. But, I mean, Joey Janela is going to be in New Jersey for spring break during WrestleMania week. So, I don't know. They're going to show up somewhere. They're not. They're playing it on Twitter that, like, they're
I was
not.
thinking with my guess, AAA. I think it's going to be something, or some sort of Mexican event. That's just my guess, though.
We shall soon see. So, but that's it for that episode.
I thought it was good. It was
it
quick. It was only 16 minutes, I think, around, but it was, excuse me,
I
it
feel
was
like
decent.
that was a filler episode. I feel like not the episode before. I feel like this was more of a
this
filler.
was more of a filler. And, man, big things happening for AEW, man. Huge. I'm loving the direction it's going to. And there was the big thing out of today, this morning. If you guys didn't see it, I'll put up on the screen for you guys. Cody Rhodes actually tweeted this morning, up a little earlier than I'd like to be, 7:45 a.m. But Brandy has a new female signee coming into the office. Hashtag do the work. So another female being added to the division. I'm liking it. I'm wondering who. And, oh, my God, just what's, like, the first thing that comes to mind? I know it's not going to be her, but come on, Tessa Blanchard. Sign this girl already.
I want it.
The thing is, I have to look into it. I always mean to. I don't know what her current contract situation is like. So I have to find that out first because I really think they have a tab on Tessa Blanchard. Why wouldn't you? If you're a new company starting up and you're looking at free agent women out there, you're having a tab on Tessa Blanchard. She's got main event written all over her and top of the division written all over her. So, and I know in the interest, too, is AEW to make their own stars as well, to grow own stars within their company. So, but Tessa Blanchard, you need her. I really hope they have a tab on her. So it'll be interesting to see who they've signed today, this morning. I don't know if maybe they'll release it on the next Double or Nothing road to Double or Nothing. I'm going to potentially think that, or next being the Elite. I'm not too sure. I would think it's Road to Double or Nothing. We're going to see it next, or maybe just the Twitter.
The Twitter.
The Twitter announcement. But I don't have anything else to go over, so we'll get right into the news and rumors. And we'll start off with number one, the Club. So are they AEW bound? So Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson have reportedly turned down a multi-million dollar contract. And they're on their way out of WWE. So they turned down a multi-million-dollar contract by WWE once their current deals are done. This is according to PW Insider. The duo apparently is unsatisfied with how they are used in recent years. Well, no shit. I don't want to be the guy to point out the obvious here, people, but, you know. On the latest edition of Wrestling Observer newsletter with the heavy critical Dave Meltzer, if you guys have seen recent news with him, my God, he confirmed that the Good Brothers have not signed new deals with WWE, and he mentioned how Gallows and Anderson aren't the only stars who have held off on re-signing. He says also SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, have contracts due sooner than Gallows and Anderson, September deadline. So there you go. So the club's done in September, so doesn't say the exact date. It'd be cool to see, or interesting to see, when All Out is. Because maybe the club could debut at least there. So
September?
That just ruins my whole fantasy matchup. But still, yeah. So Usos have also yet to re-sign, but I'm guaranteeing they're going to stay. They're Samoan. They're not going anywhere. It was noted how AEW has regularly talked about wanting tag teams in the main event spots on their upcoming shows. Not only that, but Gallows and Anderson are also good friends with the Elite after their lengthy run in New Japan as a part of the Bullet Club. Before there was ever competition from AEW, Gallows and Anderson and other WWE stars were likely being offered less money from the company. The new attitude backstage from WWE officials is that signing these initial contract offers is crucial, and if the individuals lets up on the money currently offered, they will completely lose the chance at such lucrative deals. Meltzer thinks the future contracts offered will ultimately reflect the continuing levels of success from All Elite Wrestling. If AEW starts losing momentum, it's true that the WWE superstars that are holding out may see their overall wages decrease. However, once the expected TV deal for AEW is announced, it is believed that those stars will have increased leverage over their contracts. So, basically, in layman's terms, WWE is going to do everything in their power to offer more money than you would get by signing with AEW. Again, smart business strategy. Don't like it. Smart business strategy on the part of WWE, but you also got to think of it as this. Yeah, you can make lots and lots of money into WWE, but you're not being used creative-wise. You're stuck in live events. You're not getting on TV. What's the point, right?
Yeah.
So you want to do the thing you love. That comes into play here. Is you're doing the thing that you love and you want to be on TV. Yeah, you're making millions of dollars, but you're not being put on TV. So what the fuck's the point? So I imagine Gallows and Anderson see an opportunity to go over to AEW, make a little bit less money, but be featured more in a heavier role and actually do, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of wrestlers like the club that see what AEW is promoting for their upcoming TV that hasn't even been signed yet and their upcoming shows, and saying that they're going to give all this freedom to the wrestlers. And man, the club, they're boys with the Elite. So, that also plays into a factor here.
But the other thing too was, which one is married to the Japanese
Carl
woman?
Anderson, his hot ass Asian wife.
Yeah. So who does it say that, like, that they don't go back to New Japan? So it's
that's also true. But
right.
But they were only there in New Japan with their Bullet Club boys. That's how they got their best friend friendship, right? Now that all of them are with AEW, that's why the ties are just so much clearer. I mean, they could maybe sign with New Japan, completely swerving us completely, but my guess is AEW for sure. And I would say we'll probably, depending on when it is and when their deal is done, we might get an appearance at All Out or maybe the next event after that. So
isn't it usually like 90 days they have to wait?
I'm going to go with for sure.
By All Out.
No, I'm going to go for sure that the club's coming over.
Oh, okay. So it's funny, like, because we're talking about like 90 days, and actually I was talking about this with Brad the other day with your boy Ty Dillinger. So the thing is, we were talking about this. It could be a big swerve because he was released February 22nd, and I know that he put a tweet out that he was doing bookings, was it the 31st of May? So, but if you do the 90 days, it's before Double or Nothing. So, maybe.
Really?
Yeah. We were talking about this the other day.
Sorry.
Wake up. We were talking about this the other day. It's just a theory. I mean, like, we were just talking about it. So, the 90 days after the release, is before Double or Nothing. So maybe there's. I mean,
he signed a bunch of indie dates now, so we'll see. It could be just a one-off.
Like saying that he would like, any help, resources to him. So maybe Battle Royale, like, it's just a thought, like I said, it's, I don't know.
Yeah. And like AEW's fandom said in the chat just now, their end goal is not to build their company around ex-WWE stars. They don't want to do that. That's exactly what WCW tried to do, and it failed. You want to build your own stars. You want to take the indie talent that are not well known out there and make a name for themselves on AEW. So they're going a completely different direction. Again, it's an alternative. It's not another WWE. It's an alternative to watching that. That's what they want for you. So, but I know with the club ex-WWE, but their original routes. I mean, you look at Luke Gallows. He went from don't know where he was before he was Festus, but that was horrible. Left, went to New Japan, became members of the Bullet Club, went back to WWE, getting failed, being used properly, and now they're going back to New Japan or joining their boys in AEW. I would just think that he's going to AEW, and again, I know they don't want to build around ex-WWE stars, but I just feel like this would be a good sign. This is a good one to come over.
Yeah, I would like that. Abe Fandomson maybe versus Sammy.
Okay.
That would be good. Yeah, would be a good match. So we'll see. It was just like a thought. It was something that we were having a conversation about that I bring up. So anyway, go ahead. Next news.
News and rumors. Apparently, Jim Ross will be signing a multi-year deal with AEW. Jim Ross will not be sticking around WWE. He made this this announcement actually official on his own podcast. He also said that he doesn't think he would be out of work for very long. So he also dropped that big bombshell. It's reported that he heard, or that it was heard on the that Jim Ross will be signing a multi-year deal with All Elite Wrestling, and the rumor is a contract will be worth around $1 million a year. This is great news for people who miss hearing Jim Ross's voice call action in the ring. He hasn't appeared for WWE in quite some time after leaving his gig with New Japan Pro Wrestling last year. He hasn't been heard since on commentary. Yeah, he used to do English commentary for New Japan. During his podcast, Jim Ross said that he still feels like he has gas in the tank, which is really good. That's what I always wondered, if he still could go. If the new reports is correct, then good old JR will be an instrumental in the AEW for multiple years. Of course, this is also pretty much cements the idea that All Elite Wrestling's television show will be a major reality if it happens. So if JR is on the way out from WWE and is saying that I'm not going to be out of work for long and I still get gas in the tank, it's kind of like a Jericho thing in a sense, that Jericho only signed with AEW because the TV deal is going to be actually major and he has a lot of faith in it. So I don't know if maybe he talked to Jim Ross at all about this. There's a chance he might have. But if this is true and Jim Ross is here for a multi-year contract, all for it. He'd be a huge add to the commentary team. I think that's also, they have to look at that as well. If you're building AEW, I'm sure he'll just be the mentor probably for they're probably going to have newer guys on commentary as well. I assume so, that they want to build in that aspect as well. But having Jim Ross's voice on commentary, huge. Guy is an absolute legend in the commentary field, and cannot wait if this is actually true and it's officially announced.
I kind of agree with AEW fandom. He says mixed feelings about JR. I love him. He's the voice of my childhood, but his New Japan commentary was so bad the Bucks had to throw shade on it. I mean, I grew up also, like, when I think of him, I think what he used to do with Jerry the King Lawler and Vince McMahon. That's when I used to love his commentary and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, if you're starting fresh, you gotta start fresh. Yeah. Like, that's how I kind of feel.
I think that's what they're going to bring him in, though, as a mentored role. They're going to have their commentary team, but Jim Ross is going to be that mentor. Just be here for a year or two to help maybe groom the newer commentary team, and then after that, retire from commentating wrestling, for good. Go off to the sunset. But a guy with a name like JR, that's huge for their commentary. I think if you look at it another way too, if you think at if they announce a commentary team and no one has any idea who they are, is that going to draw a lot of interest? You're going to keep to the crowd you're aiming at and being the alternative. But again, there's also that little part of it as you want to get some eyes on AEW. You want to draw more eyes to it. So adding a name like JR, even if it's just for a year or a year and a half, I think it's a good business move in a sense that you bring him in as a mentor and you groom the next set of commentators that come after him. So if it's happened and this is true, I kind of agree that there's mixed feelings there about good old JR, but I think it's actually a pretty good business move in that sense. So we'll see. It's a we'll see thing. It's a rumor. Who knows? Maybe he's going back to New Japan. Again, this is just a rumor. He didn't say where he's going on his podcast. He just says he has something in the tank. Maybe New Japan offered him a contract for a year or two to come back and do a couple matches over there. So we'll see. Next, I guess the Young Bucks did speak to AJ Styles on joining AEW. And this is interesting because there's news out there that AJ hasn't even signed his contract yet. His contract is due soon. All Elite Wrestling is going to be a massive undertaking for Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and Tony Khan. Double or Nothing hasn't even happened yet, and the fans are already talking about it, blah, 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 blah. AJ Styles is someone who AEW could certainly benefit from having around. His WWE contract is up soon, but it is reported that the expectation is that he will re-sign with the WWE. That doesn't mean the Phenomenal One won't pick up the phone when his friends call him. This is a quote from Dave Meltzer. He reports that AJ Styles is good enough friends with the Young Bucks that if they ever have talked to him when they were considering their own futures last year, this is rather a interesting note about the formation of All Elite Wrestling. AJ Styles is not expected to join AEW because WWE reportedly fits his lifestyle better with the security it brings at his stage in his career. It is nice that the Young Bucks had someone to call when they needed someone for advice, though. Here's the thing is with AJ Styles here is he's a megastar in the WWE. Like, he's at the top of the list when they want to go run down their top 5 in the company. He's in there. The weird thing is, if you have a guy of that caliber of age, like the guy with the name of AJ Styles, all his backings, his talent in the ring, and it being in the top 5 in the company, why hasn't his contract been re-signed yet? I don't understand that. Like, what is going on here? Why is there so much weight on re-signing this guy, especially now at a time and during this time of they're to be upping all their contracts and re-signing people to bigger contracts? Why haven't they done him? What is going on here? Like, why?
He's older too, so maybe
he is old. I know there's probably, again, he's probably like almost in the same shoes as JR. He's still got some in the tank, but I imagine he wants to have that security for when he is done. He's going to be taken care of, and I imagine that the Young Bucks and AEW have tried to reach out to him because he is still friends with them, especially like with his boys at the club. Like, he is really good friends with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, who are rumored to come over to AEW. So that's why there's a bunch of red flags over AJ Styles right now, because he hasn't re-signed, and it's already been announced that the club is not going to re-sign with the WWE. I agree with the fact that he's most likely to re-sign with the WWE, because I don't think they would want to let someone go of that caliber. I just find it really very, very strange that they have not re-signed him yet.
Maybe he's got like leverage with all of this.
Maybe he's asking for more money. Is he asking for more creative freedom? Is he asking to be pushed more? What is going on? I really want to know what's going on here. And to me, if I put myself in AJ Styles' shoes, I am probably on the fence. I'm on the fence as in I'm probably like a 60-40 kind of split, and 60% going to the WWE, 40 to AEW, because the only thing that would be leading me to WWE is what was said in this rumor article, and that is the security you're going to get from WWE, especially being a top 5 guy in the company. So then you got the 40% aspect of it, seeing how much hype is behind AEW. Your friends, your old best friend, your current best friends are there. Your good friends are there. You're seeing that Jericho is putting all this faith into it. That's got to be like, okay, something like, what's going on here? Like, and he's probably hearing all the news of like the creative freedom they're going to be giving their wrestlers. Maybe he's a guy like that. Maybe he's a guy that wants more creative freedom. We don't know. We literally don't know. We can just speculate. So this is speculation on my half. To me, I'd be, and again, putting myself into AJ Styles' shoes, I'd be on a 60-40 split, with 60 going to the WWE, 40 going to AEW. That's just my take on it.
I think he's gonna stay. I don't think he's gonna go to AEW.
I feel like he's a very loyal person as well.
Yeah.
And again, I think the big thing is the security behind it. So who knows? But I just find it extremely weird that they haven't re-signed him yet. Why? If you have a guy like AJ Styles, why are you not re-signing him yet? Why are you not doing everything in your power, or at least giving in more to what his demands are? I don't think his demands are going to be that much outlandish, especially at this point in his career. He's not a young guy looking for a giant contract. He's probably going to be looking for a shorter contract. Pay him. Well, Dirty has the money. They've had the biggest financial year ever in 2018. They have the money. So to me, it's fishy. It's fishy. Among other things there to be, it's just another fishy thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that was a big thing. I knew that was going to take a lot of me because it was the big heading today. I guess current AEW. Oh wait.
No, go ahead.
No. What are you going to say?
No. I was going to say we have a fan tweet. I thought you were done.
No. Oh, I got 2 more things.
Apologies. Go ahead.
Current AEW star actually refused a WWE contract. One of these was Rey Fenix. So Phoenix, one of the most exciting talents in the world, alongside his brother Pentagon Jr. The masked luchadors have wrestled across the world, and despite fierce interest from WWE, I guess Phoenix held back firm and instead signed with AEW. Speaking about the reasons for his decisions in an interview with Wrestling Inc.'s Nick Hausman, this is quote from Phoenix. We are in every company now except for WWE because their contracts are nuts. So he's saying WWE contracts are nuts. This time is coming up to pick one promotion. I don't know if it's WWE. I don't know. The moment now is the best because I can wrestle wherever, or I can wrestle whatever wrestler in MLW, whatever wrestler in AEW, in AAW, in Japan, in England, in Mexico. I'm free and I love it. So Phoenix basically saying he loves the freedom of having to go wrestle anywhere he wants and whoever he wants in any promotion he wants. And WWE's contract obviously prevents you from doing any of that. So that's why he's calling WWE's contracts nuts. He also was asked about the nasty-looking injury he suffered at a recent AEW show that kept him out of action for a couple weeks. He quotes, "I feel great. 2 weeks ago, I had a little injury, but that's wrestling. 2 months ago, I had a muscle strain in my leg, but now I feel great. Lucha Libre made me 100%. So he's good to go from that injury. But again, talking about the contracts that are to be having, they're nuts, and the creative freedom and the freedom of you wrestling whoever you want and stuff is lacking over there, and that's why he chose not to sign with them. That's cool. I kind of like that he has the freedom to do whatever he wants and wrestle wherever he wants all around the world, and he loves that aspect of it. So if anyone's expecting Phoenix or his brother Pentagon, maybe not, to ever go to WWE, not happening. This kind of proves that. But we never know. It's another thing, too, you have to remember, you never know. But as of right now, no. He doesn't think the contracts are good. And lastly, former WWE composer, Jim Johnston. If you guys don't know, the theme songs back in the day were all made by Jim Johnston. If you ever look up old WWE themes and see who they're by, you'll see the name Jim Johnston. Could be AEW bound. That'd be huge. Jim Johnston was instrumental in some of the biggest WWE superstars in the company's history. The pun is not intended, but he composed music for countless WWE superstars that helped mold a huge part of their characters. While recently speaking to Total Engagement, Johnston was asked about working for All Elite Wrestling. After all AEW will likely need ring entrance music as well. He had a very short yet promising response. Simply put, in quotes, this is from Johnston, "Sure, absolutely. Give me a call." Johnston penned more songs that we can list here and has filled albums full of WWE entrance songs. He also wrote the original WWE entrance music for Chris Jericho, current AEW member, and previously explained how he came up with the iconic music. Y2J might be using Fozzie's entrance music right now in AEW, but there's plenty of stars that sound totally open to writing music for. But there's a plenty of stars that he, so meaning Chris Johnston, sounds totally open to writing music for. That would be huge, man. If they got Johnston, I know there's people that are, have their opinions on Jim Johnston and his type of entrance music, but you again, this is taking from WWE, but that's also, I think, a good business move on its own right there. When you start up this television deal and you get a television deal and you get AEW rolling, you're going to need your own entrance music. You can't just it's not a good business move to keep buying rights from other companies for their own entrance music. I think it'd be smart to sign a guy like Jim Johnston unless they had someone better in mind that they are in touch with already. But a guy like Jim Johnston, man, if we've seen the entrance music he's made in the past, especially a guy like Chris Jericho who loved his old entrance music, that'd be a big thing. That'd be a really, really big thing.
Fresh start.
Don't even bring up fresh start here.
A little bit.
But yeah, I do agree with Phantom in the chat. Jim's a bit dated, but who knows? Maybe he's adapted. We never know, right? And he's got dated stuff, but or maybe they bring him in with another producer. I know producers don't like working together in that sense, and Jim Johnston's kind of his own thing. But I don't know. It'd be a good start, I think. That's all I'm saying. Maybe they have someone better, and I'd be all for it. But with that news coming out, cool. I wouldn't mind. Sure. Let's try it.
Big stuff.
But that's it for the news and rumors, guys. So we'll get into the fan tweets. You have some fan tweets?
We got one fan tweet.
One.
And it's
okay.
It's from AEW Fandom.
Oh.
Wade Keller suggested that AEW might be part of the Apple streaming platform set to be announced on the 15th of March. Regardless of its Apple, Amazon, or Netflix, I think a wrestling show can be a major success without having traditional TV at all. Thoughts?
Yeah. I think now with what the world is coming to, cable TV eventually, maybe not anytime soon, but eventually will become obsolete.
Yeah.
Streaming services are getting more and more popular, especially lately, and a lot of people are cutting their cable and, to so to speak, and just doing stream.
Yeah.
That's actually what I'm going to be doing here soon, is cutting my cable and going full stream. I bought a bunch of Roku devices. I got an Amazon Fire Stick, and I'll be just sticking to that. I think it's easier like that. You just get an unlimited internet plan and you buy some streaming sticks. That's all you need, really. Like you hear the majority of people now. It's not like 15 years ago where general public are talking about TV shows. Oh yeah, you're gonna watch a TV show tonight at 7 o'clock, right? No. The general talk nowadays are, oh, did you binge watch that Netflix show? You know, like, oh yeah, I'm on episode 5. I'll have to watch the rest later, and that's the general talk now. Streaming services are becoming a thing.
But all the channels are also all over the place too. That you get like ABC or whatever, or like then you have something called Sling, and then you can view a lot of the shows like FX and all that stuff. So I think, like, you're right. I think eventually it will become obsolete, and it's just too damn expensive where you can just stream. And a lot of people are just on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of stuff on YouTube. So
I don't have YouTube TV up here. It's only a state thing now. So, but yeah, in terms of the Apple TV announcement, if they are a streaming service, they're announcing that. Cool. If they're gonna add more to it, I'm all for that too. I think it could do. As of right now, it's hard because WWE is never gonna become just fully streaming service. That's the market right there, and that's what gets. That's like the big thing with WWE is TV deals. So maybe they're gonna try to do both. Because maybe they're gonna do the whole TBS or TNT thing and also have a streaming service as well.
We have another question. The arrow is coming to its end. Do you see Amel's back in AEW on a more full-time basis?
Full-time, no. Maybe for a couple of appearances, couple of matches, like here and there. Nothing. I don't know. Who knows what this guy is going to be doing? Like, maybe he's going to go into fully training for his wrestling career for the rest of his life. Who knows? I know they want to do a lot of stuff with him, and he's got history with the people from AEW, so sure. That's all I got for that. Sure. I haven't watched Arrow, so I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Stephen Amell. I just don't know a lot about him. I know some, not a lot. I know he had his beef with Stardust when Cody was in WWE, but that's it.
I don't know.
But as for the streaming service thing, yeah, cool. I'm all for it. Again, cables become obsolete. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be the interesting part right there, is when cable fully becomes obsolete. What is WWE going to do?
Well, that's what the network's for. They'll just fucking jack up the price.
Yeah, jack up the price and do a complete everything streamed on there live. Wow, that's interesting.
They'll just jack up the price. That's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. So because people will do it. So
right. So
that's it for our fan tweets.
Thank you guys for the fan tweets. Again, like I said, we're going to do 2 featurette tweets things throughout the show going forward. We'll do the one where we do the full gear update. So if you guys want to tweet us your full gear update when we send out the tweet, leave them in that little subtweet. And then we'll also have fan tweets at the end of the show. All you have to do is put hashtag AskAEP in it. We'll try to answer to the best of our knowledge and give you guys our straight up opinions on those questions. But I don't think I have anything else, Tiff.
Nothing else.
No. So
we're
again,
on countdown.
Huh?
I said we're on countdown.
Okay, I always forget what you mean when you say we're in countdown.
We're on countdown. You're gonna be here in 3 weeks,
soon. And, well, you know what? I'm gonna bring my mic and stuff with me, so we might have some live podcast going on down there as well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll, like we said before, we'll Periscope. We'll probably go live even on my channel. Like, so, I don't know. There'll be a lot. So you'll see me killing Kyle.
The live murder, guys. Just saying. If this goes to court, you'll have your evidence. But
building it up. for
Yeah.
double or nothing. Like,
Oh, I didn't have the thing playing now. Okay, now you ruin it for me.
oh.
Anyways, but because I have this up here now. This is what I have transitioned, guys. Follow us on social media at All Elite Pod on Twitter, at All Elite Pod on Instagram, at All Elite Podcast on Facebook. We are also available to listen to on the go on Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, and Stitcher Radio. So make sure you are following all of us on those social media platforms. You can follow myself at Real Kyle Masters on Twitter. You can also follow my co-host at Loves to Dream 82. Again, all links are located down in the description below on YouTube. So, that's going to wrap it up, guys, for episode number 12 of the All Elite Podcast. I'm your host, as always, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, and owner and CEO of the No Holds Barred Network, and I'm always joined by my co-host. She is Tiffany at Loves to Dream 82 on Twitter. And guys, we will see you next time whenever it drops for episode number 13 of the All Elite Podcast. Talk to you later.